Good morning, folks. Good morning. Welcome back to the motherfucking channel and cake channel. We're still not day trading. We'll get back to that on Monday. I'm actually just watching a couple more informational videos about some topics such as YouTube content, trading, reselling, stacking bread. Just learning as much as possible and trying to get some hours on YouTube. Speaking of hours, my notebook. Bro, the cards I listed yesterday have non-stop been getting messages, which is an amazing thing. Let me just pull a chat just in case. All right. But what I was gonna do, where's my pen? We are currently at 600 hours. Yesterday we got a good amount too, so in a couple of days we'll be at 700. We're almost at 1,000 hours, 1/4 of the $4,000 hours required. But here I'm gonna watch a video. You can blow up your YouTube channel. After that, I've been watching a lot of Christian videos. Oh my God, watch bot. Yep, there it is. Too many bots, man. Too many bots. Lucky I woke up a while ago. I had work yesterday. Fell asleep like at 10:30. Another thing I am gonna focus on is getting my schedule right. Because my 75 hard challenge has been failed over and over again. I'm sick and tired of it. And I feel like right now, I'm tired. I don't know if it's from working out or because of what I eat, but I don't like feeling like this. I like feeling on top of my game, and that's how I felt coming into Vegas, but now, I don't know. Ponte a trabajar, güey. I'm trying to find a job, fool. That's funny.
I'm about to show you the 90-day YouTube challenge that led to the 2 biggest growth spurts of my entire YouTube career. The first time I followed it, it got me monetized. The second time, it broke me through a major plateau and eventually led to me hitting 100,000 subscribers. This is the most effective system I have ever used for growing on YouTube. And while it won't be easy, if you actually follow through on what we're about to cover, this could be one of the most impactful videos that you watch this year. So grab a notebook and something to write with, and let's get into it. So this challenge is split into 12 weeks, which are divided into 3 core phases, each with its own focus and its own upload schedule. We'll be using a default upload schedule of 1 video per week, but don't worry if you currently post more or less than that. I'll let you know which parts to modify.
You could get me games at Las Vegas?
So without further ado, let's jump straight into it with Phase 1, Foundations, starting with Week 1, Declaring Your Commitment. The first week isn't about planning or strategizing, although we will get to those soon. This week is about making it real, because the truth is, most creators who fail this challenge won't fail because they're bad at making videos. They'll fail because they give up. Maybe they get busy, maybe they'll lose motivation, but whatever the reason, this challenge will quietly slip away. Don't let that be you. That's why this week matters, because commitment changes everything. And there's real data to back this up. A study led by psychology professor Dr. Gail Matthews found that people who wrote down
Oh,
their goal
soccer
were 42%
games.
more
Nah, that's
likely
what you
to achieve
mean.
it compared to those who only
I
thought
was
about it.
tripping now.
And that
I'm
number
like,
climbed even higher for those
then I
who shared
realized
it
who
with
it
others.
was.
So that's exactly
Hey, I'll
what
do
we're
that,
doing
bro.
in week 1.
I've been watching
Let
my
yourself and
fucking
the
my
world know
my
just
little
how
brother's
serious
soccer
you are
games.
about leveling up your
The
channel.
fucking
And
refs
use
here
that public
suck,
declaration
man.
to keep yourself accountable when your own motivation runs out. You can do this through a community post, or make a quick channel update, or even make an Instagram story or a tweet, or post in a Discord server. And if your channel is still small and you don't already have an audience to declare your commitment to, that's okay. Still write it down and then tell a friend or a family member. Tell us in the comments of this video. The
¿Y tú
point
qué?
is
¿No
to
andas
make it so that
trabajando
you're
o
not
what?
just thinking about maybe taking YouTube more seriously someday. You're actually doing it, starting right now. And just between us, because I genuinely want you to do this, I may be offering a little something to people who make their post. More on that later. But for now, once you've made your commitment, you're ready to start building the foundation that will support every video you make moving forward. Which brings us to week 2, expanding your taste. Because before you can start making great videos, you must first understand what it is that makes a video great. And to do that, you need to develop your taste. Taste is your creative filter. It's what helps you choose the right topics, spot good ideas, and make better calls with editing, pacing, titles, thumbnails, all of it. So this week, your only job is to watch YouTube not as a consumer, but as a creator. Not just, did I like this, but why did I like this? Why did I click? Why am I still watching 30 seconds in? How does the music and lighting make me feel? When did I get bored or click off? And what prompted it? Aim to study at least 30 videos this week, and not just videos within your niche. Expose yourself to different formats, vlogs, challenges, tutorials, breakdowns, commentaries, and more. The more variety you take in now, the more creative options you'll have to apply to your own videos later. As you study, start building your swipe file, a collection of elements that spark something for you. Titles that made you click, thumbnails that caught your attention, hooks that pulled you in, and editing choices or effects that made you feel something. The format for your swipe file doesn't matter. You can use Google Docs, Apple Notes, Notion, whatever is just most frictionless for you. To make this even easier for you, I put together a free Notion workbook complete with all the exercises you'll need over the next 90 days. I'll put a link in the video description to grab it for free. Use it because it'll guide you through noticing things that you typically wouldn't. And it'll ensure that you're not just binging videos, you're studying them. Start building your swipe file here in week 2 because you'll be coming back to it again and again over the next 10 weeks. By the end of week 2, your brain is going to be buzzing with inspiration, and you'll be watching YouTube differently, with a sharper sense of what you like and why you like it, which sets you up in a great place to move on to week 3, developing your signature video recipe. Now that you've studied what works for others, it's time to figure out what works for you. Because in order to stand out from everything else that already exists out there, your videos need to be remarkable. Which is where your video recipe comes in. A unique blend of ingredients that makes your content feel intentional, fresh, and unmistakably yours. A distinct video recipe is the reason why many of your favorite creators feel so dang irreplaceable. And you can develop your own through a unique combination of 5 core ingredients. First up is audience. Who are you making videos for? What are they curious about? What do they struggle with? What kind of content do they already love? When you know who you're talking to, everything else becomes easier. Next up, we have value. What does your audience gain from watching your videos? Are you helping them take action, helping them understand something better, or even just making them feel less alone? Whether it's insight, entertainment, inspiration, or something else, just make sure that your videos serve your audience in some way. Because without that core value, there's no reason for anyone to watch. With your 8 ideas in hand, you've officially completed phase 1. You've built your foundation. You've set your career. Get serious. They're the most intense sprint mode. Week formative part of this entire challenge. This is your creative boot camp. And if you commit to it, you'll see more clarity and growth in the next few weeks than most creators get in an entire year. Here's how it works. For the next 8 videos, you're going to double your normal upload cadence. So if you normally post once a week, during sprint mode, you'll post twice a week. And if you usually post every other week, aim to post weekly, and so on and so forth. At a default upload pace of once a week, sprint mode will take you 4 weeks to complete. But we're giving you 5 weeks for this phase, because life happens. We're only human. So the built-in buffer week will help you catch up, just in case you fall behind. Now, I'll be honest with you, the next 5 weeks won't be easy, because up until now, you've been in planning mode. Yes, it's been real work, but it's also been relatively safe. There's been no real pressure, no real resistance. But now, an extra layer of external accountability to help let your audience know that you're taking on a 4-week sprint and that you're pushing yourself to double your upload schedule. Doing so will make up for chat yo and use #AprilInsChallenge to make this challenge possible.
Boring.
And niggas trying to take my
That's so funny, man. No, shut up. Fucking kick messages, bro. Fuck, man. If I had to start over at 20 with $0, this is exactly what I would do. Let's see.
So I've been in the online game for years now. I've built a 6-figure brand from scratch, transformed my body, and helped over 1,000 guys do the same. I've gone from working 30+ hours shifts on a construction site to running my business from a laptop in Bali. Right now I'm in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, buddy.
But
I'm
where
a
was I
verified
when I was
shooter.
20 years old? I was working
Dude, all
brutal
these
shifts,
15s.
day
I'm
in, day
about
out,
to
addicted to
stop
cheap
the
dopamine.
messages.
I remember lying in bed every night, scrolling my phone, watching other guys kind of live the life that I really wanted. And if you're trying your laptop in Bali, right now I'm in the Mediterranean. But where was I when I was 20 years old? I was working brutal shifts, day in, day out, addicted to cheap dopamine. I remember lying in bed every night, scrolling my phone, watching other guys kind of live the life that I really wanted. And if you're truly honest with yourself, that's you right now. You're always chasing the answer, yet somehow you're still stuck in the same fucking spot. But today, it's your lucky day, brother. Because if I could go back to 20 years old again, I would follow this exact blueprint that would take me from broke, lost, and invisible to 10K months and beyond, a body that I'm proud of, and the confidence to walk into any room and own it. I'll give you the exact road to follow, step by step, and by the end of this video, I've got something for you that can truly change your life forever. So make sure you stick to the end. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Section 1, what not to do. If you're doing any of these things right now, you're programming yourself to stay broke forever. Ask yourself right now, what kept me broke and stuck when I was 20 years old was being obsessed with pleasing other people. I surrounded myself with people that were not on the same life goal as mine, that were not on the same path as me. They pulled me down, they gave me beliefs, they gave me opinions and perspectives that didn't open my eyes to what was truly achievable. I only managed to escape that with luck in the beginning, right? Because I didn't have someone like this to listen to. Because eventually I ended up isolating myself for a very long time. But some of you may never have that period of your life where you get isolated for a very long time. So you need to understand right now, surround yourself with the right people. The next thing is I didn't understand the real cost of partying, gaming, and chasing girls when I was trying to build something. Only when I understood the real cost, the real price, the real sacrifice that I was taking from myself by engaging in those degenerate activities is when I stopped them forever. When I was broke, my typical weekend behavior after the game day with the boys, get on the beers in the showers, then we head out to some house and we party. The first thing I had to sacrifice if I wanted to start making money was those friends. Until then, until those real sacrifices, those real social sacrifices, I wasn't able to get any tangible ROI from my actions. Another habit that kept me stuck in my situation was just simply wasting time. You don't have any fucking time. I turned 18 years old and like that, I'm 24. So understand the urgency that you have in your life. You need to have that urgency. If you don't, you are going to waste time. Instead, if you have to isolate, wake up early, hit the gym, educate yourself on some information that you need, trial and error. Instead of spending 6 hours a day fucking scrolling, just start something. You will learn the most through experience. Nobody's gonna come grab your hand and pull you out of your situation. You have to do that yourself. There's a big difference between having fun and sabotaging your future. Make sure you understand that very carefully. Section 2, rebuilding your programming. Here's the brutal truth. The system has programmed you to be a worker, not a winner. Society needs cogs, man. School, society, maybe even your family. They've all trained you to think small, work for someone else, settle for mediocrity. Biggest addiction on this planet is not nicotine, it's not caffeine, it's salary. We are taught that from our young age that that's what we need. We settle for it, and we're always chasing a higher salary. But there's a fucking limit to that. If you actually want to change your life, scrap that salary idea, become an entrepreneur, think at scale. Set your ceiling higher than a salary, my friend. One of the best advices I ever got was chase your ideal day. What's your ideal day? My ideal day, wake up, go work out, swim at the beach, maybe film some content, whatever, work on my business. That's my ideal day. But every day, let's say I had a 9 to 5. Every day, I wasn't able to do that ideal day, but I was gaining my salary. That's not bringing me any closer to my ideal day. My 9 to 5 is not saving me. I would literally be better off saving up a little bit of capital, quitting my job, living off my fucking capital that I've saved up for 3 to 6 months, and working on something tangible that can bring me closer to my ideal day. Most guys, they actually think that 10K months are impossible. But what you need to realize is that's actually the bare fucking minimum. If I hit a 10K month, I would fucking panic right now. I would panic. Maybe 5 years ago, I wrote down in my journal that by the time I graduate from university, I'll be hitting 10K months. I've gone way past that 10K month. But if I went back to hit 10K month, I would literally panic. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. That's what you need to understand. You need to set your ceiling so high. 10K months aren't actually all that. You need more. And if honestly I had to say, how long would it take you to rewire your brain from broke thinking to wealth thinking? It takes 3 months. It took me 3 months. I remember maybe my 3rd semester in Kansas when I decided I was gonna make bank out of cutting hair in the dorm room. Takes about 7 days to start getting into the flow. Takes about 30 days to form a habit. 3 months, 90 days to change your mentality. I was never ever the same animal after that 3 months. My first 3 months at community college when I took barbering seriously, I was never the same ever again. Following up on this, let's think about what are the daily practices that would help someone maintain, this abundance mindset. Good habits are so hard to build, but bad habits creep in like that. So once you gain this abundance mindset, your next key objective is to stay in that momentous flow of life that you're in. Don't let people with bad energy come. Don't let people with low frequency come. Don't surround yourself with the wrong people. Once you get a little bit of cash, it's real easy to think that you're sweet and you're dandy and you can go do whatever the fuck you want. You can go to the bars and hang out. That's how you fall really quickly. So once you get to that point, stay there. Section 3, fueling the energy systems. Your body is your foundation. If you're eating like shit, sleeping like shit, feeling like shit, brother, you'll never have the energy to build anything. High testosterone equals high performance. Low testosterone, you're gonna stay fucking broke. That's the truth. How did I change my body to enable me to do a 50-hour fucking Friday, Saturday, Sunday? How did I change my body? I don't eat cheap processed shit. I eat fucking chicken and rice. I eat beef and potato. I eat fucking grilled fish, salads. I make sure I'm dialed in on my iron, my vitamin C, my vitamin D, my calcium. I drink 3-5 liters of water a day. I make sure I sleep as much as I possibly can. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Yes, let's be honest. Sometimes I sleep fucking 4 hours. Sometimes I sleep 3. Sometimes I pull an all-nighter. But for the most part, for 90% of my life right now, I make sure I get at least 8 hours of sleep. Super important for hormone modulation. Testosterone is literally a hormone that's gonna fuel your drive to compete, okay? It is the most primal feeling to compete. High performance men, they all have high testosterone. They are all extremely competitive. Stay away from alcohol, don't touch the processed shit. Eat clean, where you can, organic, whole foods. Trust me, health is wealth. I know it sounds like one of the cliche, but it's 100% true. It's a cumulative effect. Your health and your personality are so linked. More linked than anybody can actually realize. So if you are a broke 20-year-old, first thing you need to prioritize is your gym membership, brother, and the fucking food that you consume. The next thing you need to do is get absolutely dialed in on your shape. You need to look the part. You need to look $1 million before you are $1 million. Yeah? When Ronaldo was 17, he went to Manchester United, he already looked $1 million. Hair slicked back, fucking socks over his knees. It's a fucking thing. It works. If you want my exact nutrition protocol, I'll give it to you right now. It's very simple. I eat 120 grams of protein at least a day. I eat carbohydrates in and around my training session, and I make sure I get at least 60 grams of fat. even when I'm on cut, at least 60. I never dip below 60 grams of fat to make sure that my hormones are stable. And if we talk about a budget, right, how much money should I allocate for good food? Trust me, where there's a will, there's a way. Section 4, changing how you think about money. If you think money is evil, you'll never make any. If you think rich people are all corrupt, your mind will literally block you from becoming anything that you want to be. This toxic relationship with money is keeping you broke. Here's how we need to fix
Jose,
it.
let me know you're
Most
still
young
in
guys
this
have a
chat.
toxic relationship.
You know what the best feeling is? It's not the McLarens, the Ferraris, the Lambos. The best feeling in the world is waking up knowing that whatever you want to do today, you can, with whoever you want, wherever you want. If you want to go to the other side of the world, you book a ticket and you go. That freedom is one of the best feelings in the world.
Freedom in every possible way. Some people chase money. Some people chase dreams. Some people chase fantasies. I chase freedom, fam. I want to stretch my hands, feel no walls. I want to stand as tall as I possibly can and be as far from the ceiling as possible. I'm chasing freedom.
Wealth is about freedom. The one thing that, getting to an income bracket that I've gotten to has given me is the ability to live my life on my terms. It's still not the money that'll make you happy, but it's about freedom. Not being a slave to a system, not living a life that you don't want to live. And so many people see that different. They think that if you want money, if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, that's a bad thing. And that's not true. And so my point is that you should work on yourself internally and work on your satisfaction, your happiness, your contentment, which is really your purpose, and then also work on creating the life you want to live and the freedom to live it.
Learn to make wise decisions. Wise decisions about yourself, your organization, your family, your future. Develop all the skills necessary to make your fortune. And by the way, speaking of fortune, jot this down. One of the early goals you should set, the goal to become financially independent as quickly as possible. Financial independence means the ability someday to live from the income of your invested resources. I want you to get there as quickly as possible. Someday you could, if you wanted to, live from the income of your invested resources so that now you can work for joy and not for necessity.
Financial freedom means that you have enough money so that you don't worry about money. Now, some people have a tendency to say, well, success is just simply a matter of money and they're not interested in money. But the fact of the matter is that money is important. It takes money to buy clothes and books and to go to school and buy medical attention and to travel and to have all the good things in life. And every one of it, in order to be a success, has to reach the point where we know we have the capacity to earn enough money so that we don't worry about money. We have to reach the point where we can turn our minds to other things, higher things, to our relationships, to our health, to the improvement of our minds, to the expansion of our emotional and our spiritual life. But we all have to have the ability to earn more money, and the great majority of people, unfortunately, don't earn enough by their own estimation.
And the reason why is because we don't understand how money plays a part in our lives. Money is just one part of our lives. You're right, money is not going to make you happier. Money is not going to make you a better person. Money is not going to make you a good person. However, if you don't have money and if you don't understand money, well, that lack of money can impact your mental health. It can make you stressed, anxious, depressed. It is one of the leading causes of divorce. If you don't have money, you can start eating bad. You can't afford healthier food. You can't have the right gym membership. You don't have time to take care of your family. If you don't have money, you can't buy your spouse that nice vacation that they keep asking about. You can't take care of your kids the way that you might have wanted to. You can't give your kids the vacations. You can't give your kids the opportunities that maybe you want. Maybe you can't even buy the health care that you want, because the reality, and this is, unfortunate or fortunate, the reality of the way the system is money talks. And if you don't understand money, then you're going to be at the mercy of people who have money.
When you were young, was it a big dream to be rich?
Yes, because money is freedom, and anybody who says they don't care about being rich is saying they don't care about being free.
What was the dream for you, though?
Freedom. Money is freedom. Anyone who says, oh, I don't care about money, I don't care about fancy things, it's not about fancy things. It's the ability to go where you want and sleep where you want and say what you want and think what you want and talk to who you want and even get the girl you want and drive the car you want and eat the food you want. To sit and say I don't care about money is to say I don't care about my own personal freedom. I have no problems being a slave and being constrained by the financial system and being told what to do because I don't have any desire to be free.
The whole idea of being an entrepreneur, I say that to anybody listening to this, is you're buying your freedom. You're working really hard to one day have financial freedom. It's not about the greed of money, it's about the greed of wanting to be free. And that's what I think. And so I do things that I really enjoy, and I, look at my schedule each week with Nancy, who runs it, and I say, no, I don't want to do that, don't want to do that, don't want to do that. Let's do this, do this, do this. Why? Because I can. And I wish everybody gets to that place. There's nothing worse than feeling that you're enslaved and doing something you don't want to do. You're not in that situation, I'm not, and I wish everybody achieves in their life freedom. And now that may be that you have to provide some financial stability to your life, but you don't need to be uber wealthy to get it. It's just what is free to you. And I just don't think you should work for somebody your whole life. You should figure out how to work for yourself at some point.
The first step to building wealth is to start with the money mindset, the beliefs that you have around money, and understand, number one, that you can become wealthy. Not just that you can become wealthy, you will become wealthy. And that money is abundant. There's a lot of money in the world. Right? When people start to enter this financial education space, we start to assume that if you're rich, I can't be rich. If you have money, I can't have money. So it starts to create that jealousy or just this negative association with, oh my God, I don't want to tell you my business idea because what if you steal it and take my money? Well, both of us can have money because there's a lot of money in the world. If you look at it from a financial perspective, the Federal Reserve Bank is printing trillions and trillions of dollars. There's a lot of money out there. You just need a small sliver of it, and you can have millions and live a life of true financial freedom.
You must become rich in mind long before you become rich in life. Because wealth is not dollars. Wealth is not gold. Wealth is not status. Wealth is a frequency. And your mind is either tuned into it or tuned out of it. And the difference? Belief. The mind is the master power that molds and shapes your reality. And every thought you allow to live rent-free in your head becomes a brick in the house you're building, the house of your destiny. If you think small, you live small. If you think fear, you live in chains. But if you think abundance, if you breathe it, see it, speak it, walk with it, your life must follow. Not because of magic, but because of alignment.
Well, you have to use money to get whatever you want, I suppose. You want to know that money should never stop you. If you're letting money control your decisions, you're on the wrong track. You should never let money stop you. If I really want something, then all I do is think of how I can get it. I don't spend 5 seconds thinking of why I can't. Don't ever let the lack of money stop you from going after what you want. Ever.
What would be the practical steps that they could start to apply in their life and transform it into peace, freedom?
Tienes mucha ropa.
Sí.
Aunque falta la de esta, la ropa interior de Yarir.
Ok.
Si quieres pon una lavadora tú para que vaya saliendo. ¿Vas a trabajar ahora?
No, está bien.
¿No trabajas?
No.
Entonces la voy a sacar. Digo, la voy a meter para allá.
Sí.
Ok.
Welcome to the Ultimate Guide to Risk Management. In this course, you're going to learn everything from basic concepts to advanced risk management techniques that will help you protect and grow your capital responsibly and intelligently. You're going to learn many secrets about risk management and actionable tools that will put you ahead of other traders who only pay attention to strategy. This course is divided in two major parts. In the first part, you're going to learn several concepts and intuitions about how risk works and how you should approach it, since there are many non-obvious pitfalls and hidden dangers when it comes to risk in trading. In the second part, you're going to learn the actionable risk management techniques. Just so you can have a taste, you're going to learn the two main challenges of risk management: the relationship between technique, risk, and behavior, the ship and minefield analogies, the science of winning and losing streaks, illusions and fallacies of risk management, the power of compounding, the asymmetry of wins and losses, the main prospect theory insight, the danger of leverage, misconceptions about consistency and edge, win rates and risk-reward ratios, statistical pitfalls of risk management, several types of stop and take profit targets, risk transformation techniques, position sizing models, including the ones used by trading champions, averaging and martingale, anti-fragility and derivatives risk, and much more. If you wish to support the ongoing creation of free videos like this one, please consider clicking the like, subscribing, and sharing this video. That helps the channel tremendously.
I might just hop off stream, man.
Welcome back, everybody. Net worth update for August. We do this every single month. We're on the road to 100K. And remember this, any progress you're making is good progress, man. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, motivated, and get to it, man. So let's start off. Savings account. I made it a priority last month to try to contribute more into this account. We went from $179 with 30 cents up to $408 with actually 10 cents. Enter. Not too much of an increase. I do want to focus a little bit more on this account this month also, but it's also a nice little jump up from the previous month. And I am trying to get a nice 2 to 5 month emergency fund going, but we'll talk about it after I update all the numbers, and I'll break down like the things I'm going to change moving forward or things that I had to deal with this month and all that at the end. You guys get how it goes. Next up is my 401k plan. And honestly, as you guys can see, the market has been doing well. I'm continuing to contribute my paycheck. My employer is helping me out with that. So we're going from 11 all the way to 12, 108.38. Not bad at all, man. Honestly, this 401k account, and I'll kind of break down, and I have videos talking about it more in depth if you guys want to go check them out on the channel. But my 401k and my other accounts, I'll kind of give a brief description of what I invest in, which 401k is pretty much just straight S&P 500. Next up is my Roth IRA, which I have with Robinhood because they do give a 3% match, and I really like that match. It just makes it more fulfilling to invest into it because you get that little match and it keeps me motivated. You know what I'm saying? But look, my Roth, I have VT and SCHG. 2 holdings, very simple, just contributing to that. And I'm trying to max that out, and right now we're sitting at 9,438 with 97 cents. Oh, thank you, Pops. Everybody, this is Pops. Wants to go outside right now, but we're gonna take him out when my girlfriend gets back. We're gonna take him out for a little walk.
He's got his video in the background.
I don't know, my cats just got addicted to the outside. So every once in a while we take them out, let them kind of just, and they actually really like it, which is kind of cool. Anyways, we went up $1,000 pretty much on the Roth IRA, I should say, which is actually really freaking good, man. Really good. I am looking to max that out. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge, but we still have some time left. And let me know how much progress you've made on your Roth and what you contribute in there. Next up, we got my regular brokerage with Robinhood from $2,700 to 3,108. Same like the 401k, 0.76. I was about to check the cent, see if it was the same, but it's not. Which is also a very nice increase. And on my freaking brokerage account, it's pretty much just VOO, SCHD, and I have started a position in Robinhood stock itself. Next up is my Acorns account. If you guys don't know, Acorns is a very simple investing platform. I really like it for the round of features, going from 1,400 to 1,779.30, which is a pretty nice increase. And it is a very conservative platform, and you could get better returns elsewhere, but it's just something that I want to stick with in the meantime and just see what happens, because it's very hands-off, very conservative, which I also appreciate. And I really like those roundup features, man. I don't know what it is about it, but those roundup features are actually just...
You're better off using Cash App's roundup features.
Next up is my employee stock purchase program, and we just had more vest, and the stock price actually increased a little bit too. So we're going from 7,000 to $8,019 with 16 cents. And I think I do have more vesting on the 5th of September, which is gonna see a pretty nice little jump. Not too much, but we're gonna see a little jump in the next update, which is also gonna be very cool. And honestly, my plan for the employee stocks that I have is for a down payment on a home. Part of that is gonna go towards the down payment. Of course, other things that I'm investing into and that I'm gonna be saving up on the side. That's really what I see my employee stocks being used for. Next up, we got my Fidelity regular brokerage. And the only reason I have this Fidelity brokerage and I have so many different freaking accounts is because I've tried different things and different things. And this I've been holding for like over a year now. So a lot of it's all long-term capital gains. And it was a crypto play that I tried to do. It has failed, but I'm holding on just for a big bull run with the freaking crypto side of things. If I get some money back from it, cool. If not, tax loss harvest, or at least try to recover as much as I can. But we'll see what happens. And if it plays out how I wish it played out from the start, then that's gonna be the craziest freaking clutch play of all time. But in the meantime, I don't need this money right now, so I'm just leaving it there in the hopes of it to run up, or it's been 87. Nothing. Everything is pretty much increasing. So that explains why I was like at 5,500 on my crypto holdings, but now I'm back to 48, which is still increasing, which is pretty cool. But look, $45,000 in assets, which is freaking insane to see, man. It's freaking insane to see, because I literally started this like full on, man, in 2023 when I started this factory job, pretty much. I had tried investing in the past before that, but I was doing riskier things. I was more emotional, seeing the swings in the market, and my mindset wasn't where it started being in 2023 when I really started taking this more serious and really trying to get a hold of my finances and build something, you know what I mean? So I really would buy things, sell things. I was into dividends more, so I would buy dividend stocks. I had JP Morgan Chase, freaking Waste Management, Coca-Cola. Don't listen to House, I did. Don't understand it really. It's important. From 41,000 to 45. To that, we're gonna bring this down to 17,074.15. Enter. Pretty much brought it down $1,000 in this last month. And a big part of that was mostly actually because I sold my old car, the Heltima that I had. I sold the old car for $1,000. Honestly, it was a pretty good deal considering the mileage and everything. And hopefully it lasts that person a good amount of time and takes them wherever they need to go. They took me all the way up to Oregon and back. You know what I'm saying? So like the car is actually in not the worst shape. Selling it the hell to me. And a lot of the money that I'm making from the Uber Eats and videos and all this other stuff, I used to contribute into my other accounts, man. And I could be using it to pay off the loan a little bit quicker, which I am doing pretty much. But I'm like stuck in this, man. I'm like, people will say just to get that paid off as quick as possible, but then like the side of me that wants to keep investing is using it for, so that's where I'm kind of torn. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys use extra money to get rid of the car loan, which most people would, or would you keep investing into these other accounts? Let me know what you guys think down below. In the meantime, I'm kind of splitting it, putting some towards the loan and putting some towards my investments, especially like my Roth IRA, I'm really trying to max that out. And I'm trying to get it to a point where I can make a big dent on the debt and a big dent on the freaking Roth IRA contributions. So we'll see what comes from it, but in the meantime, let's see where my total net worth is standing. We scroll over. Dang! Okay, I was not expecting that big of a freaking jump.
What do you think about him? I think he is really
oh shit!
Really
Okay, boys.
Path,
okay.
And he is doing something completely different than you.
Dang,
He's been
that's
good.
pretty good
That's
progress,
something that
boys.
I plan on doing once I start making money.
$1 increase?
But
Is
that's-
that
yeah,
real,
that's
bro? Is that real?
That's
What
a
the
9 to
hell?
5 route.
There's no way that's real though.
I'm more so just trying to chase my dreams.
What? I'm actually kind of shocked at that. I was not expecting it to be freaking like a $4,000 or $5,000 increase. What? That's actually pretty insane. And look, if you guys have never tracked your
Just got
net
a
worth
message
or
from
your expenses,
OfferUp.
which I really need to get on it, man. I keep saying it, but I really need to stop BSing and get to tracking my expenses, man, because I really want to cut down on some spending, and I really want to lock in and see where my money's going, what I can cut back on, what I'm okay to be spending a little extra on, and all these different things just for that how do you say that? That peace of mind. There we go. So I really want to get on that. But dude, tracking your net worth, your accounts, whatever it is, your debt, all these different things, man, it's very freaking beneficial, and it's very motivating, and it really helps. And of course, as I say this every single video, down below I'm gonna leave the link to this actual what do you call this Google sheet thing, like this what do you call this man, I don't even know what do you call this, what do you call it? I'm gonna leave it down below though, so you guys can copy and paste this and use this outline or whatever for your own tracking. But look, a $5,000 increase from last month is pretty freaking good and pretty freaking insane, man. And I just want to take a moment to step back and be like, you know what, Daniel, I'm talking to myself at this moment. Good shit, man. And I'll be honest, guys. During this last month, I was in my head a lot. I was like, man, I don't think I'm making that much progress this month. I was like, fuck, I started stressing out, man. I started stressing out, like, man, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, I'll be real with you guys. I took a trip to Tahoe with my girlfriend, and in the back of my mind, I was like, fudge, man, like, can I be affording this? And that's one side of money that is ugly and that has really took a hold on me. And my girlfriend has actually really helped me a lot with this, man. And I take that step back and really analyze it, man, because look, I'm in the position, thankfully, and I'm grateful for it, that I can enjoy some things on the side. You get what I'm saying? That I don't have to be worried too much. Of course, it's in the back of your freaking mind, man. Like, if you guys relate to me, you guys know what I'm saying, man. Like, main thing in your mind is how can we make it out? How can we make this money? And I feel like that's just something that you grow up with and that it's hard to overcome, at least in my case. But I really want to take a step back from that, man. And I want to enjoy life. I want to enjoy the things that I can give to my family, to myself, for the work that I put in, man. You get what I'm saying? Enjoy life, enjoy that experience, go on that trip. Of course, don't overextend yourself and put yourself into debt for a trip, but there's plenty of things you can do in your surroundings. Like take a little drive like how I did. We went to Lake Tahoe. Beautiful freaking day, very peaceful, enjoyable, seeing something new, experience something, someone I love. And you can't put a price on that. Of course you can, but like, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. And that's something that I've been working on a lot this month, and coming to peace with certain things. You get what I'm saying? Because man, I'm making some good progress. I'm doing good. I'm very grateful and proud of myself for that, man. And now I gotta allow myself to acknowledge finances and your trajectory right now. If you're because some of y'all are probably in a good place. Some of y'all are probably not.
Vid. Jezebel. Bro, I've been watching a whole lot of Christian videos, bro.
Picture this, you're staring at your bank statement and there's actually money left over after paying your bills. I know, it sounds like science fiction, but bear with me. Now you're faced with a choice that could literally determine whether you retire sipping cocktails on a beach or eating ramen noodles in your studio apartment at 75. Should you throw that extra cash at your debts like you're playing financial whack-a-mole, or should you invest it and let compound interest work its magic while you sleep? This isn't just some casual weekend decision like choosing between Netflix and Hulu. This single choice could mean the difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime, maybe even millions if you play your cards right. And here's the kicker. Most people make this decision based on gut feeling rather than actual math, which is about as effective as using a magic 8-ball to plan your retirement. My name is Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, so you don't have to. If you're tired of making financial decisions that feel like throwing darts blindfolded, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it helps clear the fog. Now, before we dive into this epic battle between debt elimination and wealth building, let me hit you with some reality. We're not talking about whether to pay off your credit card debt from that shopping spree where you convinced yourself you needed 17 different phone cases. We're talking about the strategic decision that separates people who build real wealth from those who spend their entire lives making other people rich through interest payments. The truth is, there's no universal right answer here, which is probably why your brain hurts every time you think about it, but there are some fundamental principles that can guide you toward the choice that makes the most sense for your specific situation. And yes, your situation is probably more unique than you think, even if you feel like you're just another face in the crowd of financial mediocrity. Let's start with something that might blow your mind. When you pay off debt, you're essentially earning a guaranteed return equal to the interest rate on that debt. Think about it this way. If you have a credit card charging you 22% interest and you pay it off, that's like earning a risk-free 22% return on your money. Try finding that kind of guaranteed return in the stock market. Go ahead, I'll wait. This is where things get interesting though. The stock market has historically averaged around 10% annually over long periods. Notice I said historically and over long periods because the market doesn't care about your timeline or your feelings. Some years it gives you 30% returns, and other years it takes away 38% of your money just to keep things spicy. So here's the million-dollar question, literally, does it make sense to pay off a debt with a 5% interest rate when you could potentially earn 10% in the market? The math seems obvious, right? 5% guaranteed versus 10% potential equals invest the money and profit the difference. But if math were the only factor in financial decisions, we'd all be driving sensible cars and eating rice and beans. You know the feeling. You work hard, you think you're being responsible with money, yet somehow that magical six-figure savings goal feels about as attainable as becoming a professional unicorn trainer. Well, here's the thing that might surprise you. Reaching your first $100,000 isn't just some fantasy reserved for trust fund babies and crypto millionaires who got lucky buying Dogecoin with their lunch money. The truth is, once you understand the psychology behind wealth building and implement the right strategies, that first 100,000 can happen faster than you think. And here's what's really wild about this milestone. It's not just another number in your account. It's the point where your money starts working harder than your cousin who posts motivational quotes on LinkedIn every morning. Once you hit that mark, compound interest becomes your best friend, and the next 100,000 comes significantly quicker. My name is Nick, and I've spent years studying personal finance, helping people break through the barriers that keep them stuck in financial mediocrity. If you're serious about transforming your financial future and you want practical strategies that actually work, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, because what I'm about to share could be the difference between retiring comfortably and eating ramen noodles in your 70s. Now, before we dive into the strategies, let me paint you a picture of what we're really dealing with here. Most people approach saving money like they approach going to the gym on January 1st. They have great intentions. They might even start strong, but then life happens, motivation fades, and before they know it, they're back to their old habits, wondering why they can't make progress. The problem isn't willpower, it's that they're fighting an uphill battle without the right tools and strategies. Think about it this way. If you were trying to fill up a bucket, but that bucket had holes in the bottom, you could pour water in there all day long and still end up with nothing. That's exactly what happens to most people with their money. They work hard to earn it, but they haven't plugged the leaks in their financial bucket. They haven't optimized their systems. They're essentially trying to solve a math problem with crayons when they should be using a calculator. The wealthy understand something that the middle class often misses entirely. Building wealth isn't about making massive sacrifices or living like a monk. It's about making strategic decisions that compound over time. It's about understanding that every dollar you save today is actually several dollars in the future thanks to the magic of compound growth. But here's the catch. You have to be smart about how you do it. Let me share something that might blow your mind. The average person thinks that saving money is about cutting out their daily coffee or skipping avocado toast. And sure, those small expenses add up over time, but they're missing the forest for the trees. The real money is in the big ticket items and the systems you set up to automate your wealth building. We're talking about strategies that can free up hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every single month without making you feel like you're living in financial prison. Throughout this video, I'm going to walk you through a comprehensive system for reaching that first $100,000 faster than you ever thought possible. We're going to cover everything from the psychological traps that keep people broke to the specific tactical moves that the wealthy use to accelerate their savings rate. And yes, I'm gonna reveal that one strategy I mentioned earlier that can free up a massive chunk of your budget. When you hear what it is, you're going to wonder why more people aren't talking about it. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is the first 100,000 so much harder than the ones that come after? It's not just because of compound interest, although that plays a huge role. It's because when you're starting out, you're doing all the heavy lifting yourself. Every dollar in that account came directly from your paycheck, your side hustle, or your business. You're essentially building the foundation of your financial house brick by brick. However, once you reach that $100,000 milestone, something magical starts to happen. Your money begins earning meaningful returns. Instead of seeing a few dollars in interest each month, you start seeing hundreds or even thousands. That 10% annual return that seemed insignificant on a $5,000 portfolio now represents $10,000 of growth on your $100,000 nest egg. Suddenly, your investments are working almost as hard as you are. This is why Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's longtime business partner, famously said that the first 100,000 is the hardest. Once you get that snowball rolling down the hill, momentum takes over. But getting to that point requires strategy, discipline, and most importantly, the right knowledge about what actually moves the needle. Here's what most financial advice gets wrong. They focus on the small stuff while ignoring the big opportunities. They tell you to clip coupons and shop sales while your housing costs are eating up half your income. They suggest you invest in the stock market without explaining how taxes can destroy your returns if you're not careful. They preach about emergency funds, but never mention how to optimize your cash flow, so you need less of an emergency fund in the first place. The strategies I'm about to share with you are different. These aren't band-aid solutions or feel-good tips that make you think you're making progress while keeping you stuck in the same place. These are the real deal tactics that can fundamentally change your financial trajectory. Some of them might challenge conventional wisdom. Some of them might require you to think differently about money than you ever have before. But if you're willing to keep an open mind and take action on what you learn, you could be looking at your first $100,000 sooner than you ever imagined. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Nick, this sounds great, but I'm starting from zero. I've got student loans, credit card debt, and I'm barely making ends meet as it is. I hear you, and I want you to know that these strategies work regardless of where you're starting from. In fact, some of them are even more powerful when you're in the early stages of your wealth building journey. The key is understanding that wealth building is a skill, just like learning to drive a car or play an instrument. Nobody expects to be perfect at it right away, but with the right instruction and consistent practice, you can master it. The difference is that this particular skill has the power to transform every aspect of your life. It can give you freedom, security, and options that you never had before. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna walk you through 9 specific strategies that can accelerate your path to that first $100,000. Each one of these has the potential to save or earn you thousands of dollars per year. When you combine them together, they create a powerful system that can dramatically reduce the time it takes to reach your goal. Some of these strategies might seem obvious when I first mentioned them, but I guarantee you're not implementing them correctly. Others might surprise you because they go against everything you've been taught about money. But stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap for accelerating your wealth building in ways that most people never even consider. Let's start with strategy number 9, and this one is going to save you more money than you probably realize. We're talking about tax optimization, and no, I don't mean hiding money in offshore accounts or pretending your Netflix subscription is a business expense. I'm talking about legitimate strategies that the government actually wants you to use, but for some reason, most people completely ignore them. Here's the reality: taxes are probably one of your biggest expenses, right up there with housing and transportation. Yet most people put more thought into choosing their morning coffee than they do into minimizing their tax burden. It's like voluntarily paying extra for everything you buy just because you didn't bother to look for a coupon that was sitting right there in front of you. The beautiful thing about tax-advantaged accounts like traditional IRAs and 401ks is that they give you an immediate discount on every dollar you invest. When you contribute to these accounts, you reduce your taxable income dollar for dollar. So if you're making $50,000 a year and you contribute $10,000 to your 401k, you only pay taxes on $40,000 of income. That's like getting a guaranteed return before your investments even have a chance to grow. But here's where it gets really interesting. Let's say you're in the 22% tax bracket. Every $1,000 you contribute to a traditional 401k saves you $220 in taxes. That means you only need to come up with $780 out of your actual take-home pay to make a $1,000 investment. The government is essentially giving...
Do you want to call it? Has been an hour. About to be 2 more minutes.
What's going on, YouTube? Troy here. I'm gonna answer my most asked question, which is how do I start doing content? How do I get into social media? And I hate when I watch a YouTube tutorial and they're bullshitting the first 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. If you're new here or watching this, my name's Troy C. Kai. I go to school, I post content, and I get fried. This is gonna be the most free game of your life. I'm not charging anything. This is just what I learned throughout the years I've been doing content. I'm not saying it's the right way, but this is definitely what worked for me and made me grow to where I am today. I'm gonna talk about the key parts of doing content. I'm gonna go through each app, tell you what the best approach is. I'm gonna tell you how to make money, because the main reason I started content was I was going to school. I go to Vanderbilt University. I'm in the dorm right now. And it was either this content was gonna work and pay my tuition, or I was gonna go be a waiter at some restaurant and work every day. And I'm very blessed and grateful that you guys have been able to support me and allow me to put me in a platform where I can pay for my school. I don't think you understand how much of a blessing it is for me. So I just want to reciprocate the favor, kind of give you what I did. This is the first ever video I made notes for, so you know I'm serious about this one. Let's lock in, and I'm gonna give you the whole rundown like I'm a damn professor. Number one thing always in your life too, consistency. You can't miss a day of posting, I'm sorry. If you're really serious about trying to make money and grow on social media, you can't miss a day. I'm talking about short form. It is much harder to post every day on YouTube because the videos take a lot longer to edit. That's why I post once a week on here. But if you guys look at my channel, I've been consistent once a week posting for the past 4 months. For short form content, you know the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I like to say posting twice a day keeps falling off away. So how I post my content is Monday through Friday is your most engagement, because people are going to work, people are going to school, and then they come home and they're chilling. They're not going out. They're not going to sports games. They do that on the weekend. So post short form twice a day, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, you can post once a day. Preferred posting times for me, a lot of people say the morning because your video will be up all day. I do not agree with that, because if people wake up in the morning, they're not doom scrolling. They're getting up, they're going to school, they're getting up, they're going to work. So my preferred times is between 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. I say 3 p.m. Most people are getting off work. A lot of you guys are getting off school. What do you do after you get off work? You don't go straight into another thing. You sit down for a minute, doom scroll for a while, and relax. Or I'll post later around 9 p.m. when people are relaxing, getting ready for bed, and just sitting on the couch, doom scrolling. So consistency, twice a day, keeps falling off away. Whatever content you do, it all comes down to your personality. People will follow you because of your personality. I feel that I'm genuinely myself online, and a lot of people relate to what I'm doing because I'm in the same situation as everyone else. A lot of you guys that I meet in person, if you guys lived in my hometown, we'd probably be friends because we all like the same thing. I don't think I'm above anyone else. I'm just recording myself, bro. I'm literally just recording myself. Just because I got a certain number on a social media platform doesn't mean I gotta have an inflated ego or think I'm better than everyone else. No, I'm just the bro. We're cool. I still go to class. I still tie my shoes the same way. I still wake up in the morning, brush my teeth. I still call my mom at night, tell her I love her. We're in the same situation. I say that social media content falls down into 3 different areas. Number 1, you're just sexy. You're cute, you thirst trap, you get engagement off that. That's why you see girls just lip syncing songs. That's why OnlyFans is popping. Because if you think about it, bro, we were never supposed to see this many beautiful people in our life. These phones, you scroll every day and see beautiful people. It's got us all messed up in the head. The next one, you're funny. Drewski, Aldo, they post funny content. People think it's hilarious. They engage with it. They want to see more of it. They follow them. And then the last one, relatable. Relatable is mostly TikTok based. That's why you have people doing yap sessions, story times. They sit there and yap and then people relate to it. They comment, they engage with the content. Now let's talk about niche. When people look at my account, they probably say, oh, he's a food creator. Or they'll look at another person's account, they say, oh, he a fitness creator. Here's my thing about niche that's probably different than a lot of people will tell you. A lot of people will tell you to find your niche and then stick with that the whole time. I don't personally believe that because you're only showcasing yourself to one audience. I say post the things you love to do. So I love to get fried and eat some big back ass food. So I'm posting food content. There's an audience for food content that people love food. I love to play basketball. So I post basketball content. I love to go fishing. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Michigan. I post fishing content. What I'm doing here is taking all the things I love and all these different sectors of what I'm doing, basketball, fitness, fishing, food. Those are all different audiences. So I'm not just dipping my toes into one audience, I'm dipping it into multiple. And what that does is pull engagement from different areas, put you on a bigger platform, and then someone may follow me for food, but let's say they play basketball, they love basketball, then they'll see my basketball content. So now they'll engage even more. They'll be like, oh, this dude likes food, this dude likes basketball just like me. He's cool. I fuck with this guy. So a lot of you say, oh, I want to be a fashion content creator. That's cool. But you're going to be a fashion content creator and what else? And within that, you got to have a lot of personality. Don't just film a get ready with me and put a sound over it. Show who you are. Have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. Never take yourself too seriously. And then a lot of y'all say, Well, I don't know what to film. I don't know what to do. Don't plan it out too much. Before I was filming, I was doing the same things I'm doing on the camera. I'll go hoop. And then one day I was like, man, let me just put the phone up and record it. I'll get fried, go eat some food. I'd be like, let me just put the phone up and record it. Record the things you love to do because that's expressing who you are. A lot of you guys go thrifting. Just go record it. You cannot overthink it whatsoever. It doesn't have to be a whole production. It's short form content. How many reels or TikToks do you scroll through a day? Hundreds. Thousands. If you think about your content too hard, you're gonna lose your creative vision. Now I'm gonna talk about structuring a short form video. So let's just be honest here, all our brains are fried. Our attention spans suck. We consume so much media every day that if it doesn't capture our attention in the first 3 seconds, we're scrolling right past it. If you don't like a video, what do? Scroll. So you wanna think about your video as an essay. I know you guys wrote essays in high school or whatever school you're at. What's the first thing you do in an essay? It's the hook. So the first 5 seconds of that video has to be the hook. If you can keep that viewer in for the first 5 seconds, the algorithm of that social media app will continue to push it out to more people. And then I know on Instagram Reels, the max is 3 minutes. I know on TikTok, you can record up to 10 minutes, minute 30 max. What more do you gotta say in more than a minute 30? Your video should be constantly entertaining. There should be no pauses when you talk. If there's a pause when you talk, edit it. If you watch my short form Reels, as soon as I say my sentence, it's cutting right to the next sentence. There's no need for unnecessary sentences. If you say something one time, you don't have to reiterate it. Let's talk about how you're filming your videos. It has to look like a social media video. So the lighting, the mics, the editing, it has to all be pristine. I use my phone to record my videos. I'm using my camera to record my YouTube videos, but that was an investment in the future after doing the social media for a while. So lighting, go invest in a light. They're on Amazon everywhere. Here's the 2 I got. They're a bit more expensive, but I'm telling you, they are absolutely fire. Go invest in a microphone. I was using the Temu mic for the longest. That one works. And then editing. This is short form content. You don't need to be on Premiere Pro. You don't need to be on DaVinci Resolve. You can just edit through CapCut, bro. A minute 30 max, pristine mic, pristine lighting, good editing, no wasted time in the video. 0 wasted time. Do that every single day. This is the most free game of free game. No one told me this shit. I just figured it out, okay? Let's go app for app and tell you the differences. Let's talk about TikTok first. TikTok, the best way to make money is posting 1-minute videos, meaning you're gonna build it all the way up till you get to the monetization program, and you have to post a video that is 1 minute and 1 second long or longer. If the video is at 1 minute exactly, it won't monetize. It has to be 1 minute and 1 second longer. And TikTok is harder to blow up on because it is flooded with TikTok Shop, and there's so many people spam posting clips, spam posting reused content. However, from my experience, TikTok does pay you the most just based off views of a video. So the way to monetize off TikTok, 1 minute long videos. Instagram is the most official short form content area. Here's the difference between Instagram and TikTok. Almost treat TikTok like your Finsta, like your spam, if you know what I mean. TikTok is your spot to post a lot of content and just see how it does. Instagram is your more thought out official videos, because Instagram is what brands want to use for brand deals. So anytime I do a brand deal, they'll ask me to post a reel, and then sometimes they'll ask me to post a TikTok, but the TikTok is almost like an extra, like just throw it on there so I get more money. But brands really only care about Instagram. Instagram does have a feature called bonuses where you make money off views, but it doesn't really pay you shit. It's like gas money. Snapchat, you can make a lot of money on Snapchat. If you've ever went on Snapchat and just seen like David Dobrik, he spams the shit out of his Snapchat every single day. I'm talking about hundreds of snaps. It's because he's making bread. TikTok pays you once a month. Instagram pays you about twice a month. Snapchat pays you every single night. So what these people will do, they'll spam this shit out of their Snapchat, and when you click through it, there's ads, and they're making money off that each time you click through it. Same thing as TikTok, you can spam your Snapchat with whatever you want. What I would tell you to do is just post freaking anything on there. Post every single day, and what I noticed from Snapchat is it takes longer to build up the motion of the engagement. But once you get it, you're still gonna start racking up views. So you're gonna be posting, and then at some point, you're gonna get an email from Snapchat, and they'll be like, we'd like to invite you to the monetization program. And that's when you're gonna start making your money. And then when you're also on Snapchat, there's a public profile, and then there's Spotlight. Spotlight is like your reels where you just doom scroll, post on there, and then also post it on your public profile. And you can select if you want to post it for 24 hours, 3 days, or a week. Post it for a week. Just let it sit on there and rack up views. And then we go to YouTube. YouTube is my smallest platform, but what I love about YouTube If you're here watching me for 20 minutes through a whole YouTube video, you must really fuck with me. YouTube is where you get your loyal supporters. Like, I really appreciate all of you that watch my YouTube videos because they take a lot of effort. And if you're willing to sit here and watch me go fuck around for 30 minutes, we like this, okay? The thing about YouTube, you gotta be consistent. I'm still kind of figuring out the YouTube game. I'm doing well so far, but you do make money off the ads, off monetization, post shorts. So TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, those 2 videos you're doing a day, post it on all the platforms. Post it on every single platform. I've talked to people about content. They're like, you know, I post on TikTok, but I don't want to post on Instagram because my friends and family are going to see. You're posting on the internet, bro. Everyone's going to see it eventually. Right. Don't limit yourself from how much you can grow because you're scared to post on other platforms or you're too lazy to post on other platforms. Take that content you put hard effort into, that you filmed, conceptualized, and edited, and post it on every single platform. If you just post on TikTok, you're missing out on 4 times the chance of it blowing up and you making more money and getting you more supporters and making this more of a chance that you can turn this into your job. Holy shit, I'm yapping, my throat getting sore. The way that every content creator makes the majority of their money is through brand deals. Point blank, period. Yes, I monetize off the video itself, but the majority of the money I'm making is off the brand deals. And from my experience, brand deals are gonna be 90% Instagram Reels or Instagram carousal post, which is like a fit pic. Occasionally I'll do a YouTube brand deal, which is really fun to do, but here's what's gonna help you get brand deals. So anytime you film a video, let's just relate it to fashion and food. So let's say I film a get ready with me video. Let's say I'm wearing Puma shoes, Levi jeans, a Guess shirt. Don't just post that video, tag those brands. Anytime you have a big brand in the video, tag them, because there's a higher chance that they're gonna see this video, and then when they need content creators to do brand partnerships for a new release, for a new drop, you're gonna be on their list. So the social media marketing team at Puma will say, oh, I saw Troy wearing Pumas in his Get Ready With Me video. I think he could be really good to do a brand deal with since he already enjoys the product and has already posted with it. Or like food, sometimes I'll do fast food mukbangs. Let's say I went to Wendy's and, I don't know, killed the whole menu, demolished everything. When I post that video, I'm gonna tag Wendy's because there's a higher chance they're gonna see that video. And then when a brand engages with your content, DM them. Tell them, hey, I love your brand. I would love to work on a larger scale eventually. Is there an email I can reach out to? Or here's my email. Please reach out if there's ever any opportunities. You wanna get connection with these brands. And this is where the agent comes in. The thing about an agent, you gotta already have built your platform. An agent only wants to help you once you've built your platform, so you gotta do it yourself first. An agent is gonna help you with mapping out the long term of what you wanna do. It's gonna help you with deciding the right brand deals to take. They're gonna negotiate all your deals for you to make sure you get more money. They're just gonna help with future planning and make sure you're doing things the right way because you wanna become brand friendly. When I say brand friendly, if you're watching your video, you wanna think, if I was the brand, would I benefit from being in this video? Because a brand is not gonna pay you to put their product in their video if they don't see any vision. You wanna create content to where a brand will look at it and say, this could be really good if we invest in this person because they can show off our brand correctly in an engaging way that will drive the audience to our product for more sales. Because the only reason you're doing a brand partnership is because they want more sales based off your personality, your face, your name. You may say like, Troy, I'm at the point where I'm making content, I'm getting brand deals coming in, I don't have an agent, how should I handle this? So if you're negotiating a brand deal and it's you negotiating for yourself, they're gonna try to scam you. They're gonna try to get you to do the brand deal for the free PR meaning the free clothes, the free food, the free product. No, we're not doing that, bucko. We're not doing that. Here's the most secret sauce. This can't leave this YouTube video, okay? This is the most secret sauce. If you are independent and do not have an agent, make sure you have an email in your bio that brands can reach out to you. You wanna make it as easy as possible. You wanna be as accessible as possible for them to reach out to you. Let's say they DM you, like, hey, we'd love to talk about a brand partnership. You're gonna say, even though you don't have an agent, awesome, I love your product, I love what you guys do, please reach out to my agent at this email. So they're gonna go ahead and email that address thinking they're talking to your agent. And then you're gonna respond acting like the agent. Refer to yourself in third person. Because once they see that you have an agent, they know they can't scam you. Because they know they have to negotiate, because they know that this person knows what they're doing and knows what they're talking about. And don't sell yourself too little. Think about it. 10 years ago, there was no such thing as social media partnerships. Everyone was running TV ads. Think about a TV ad. What do you need? You need a camera crew, you need a strategist, you need a set, you need models, you need mics, you need to fly people out, you need to host people for stays. That is a lot of fucking money. It takes a lot of fucking money to make a TV commercial. But now brands can say, hey, we have this product, make a video about it. They send you the product, You edit the video, you conceptualize the video, you promote the product, you post it, you do everything. You can get a lot of damn money out of them, okay? Don't short yourself. It's all about negotiation. Don't take the first offer. Negotiate. Oh, I need some water. Now I'm gonna get into some of my superstitions on what makes a video perform well. They may be true, they may be not, but they're just what I think. When you post a TikTok, don't open the app for like 5 hours. For some reason, if you're scrolling on the app while your video's posted, I swear it stops engagement. The best videos that have gotten me hella views, I posted them, went to go do something, forgot about them, laid in my bed that night, opened it up, like, what the fuck, 1 million views? Instagram dropped this editing app called Edits. You don't have to edit the video through there, but what you should do is upload the video to Edits and then post it through Edits. I just think it hits the algorithm better and it gives you a better chance of the video blowing up. Anytime you're directing people to another social media app, the video doesn't do well. I'll make a YouTube video, I'll make a short form video to post it on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. I don't go in the caption and say, link in my bio for YouTube. I don't write the word YouTube, I don't write the word link in my bio because the app reads that. And why would they promote a video that's telling people to leave their platform for another social media platform? And also don't write cuss words, don't write the green stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Don't write words that have negative effects. Don't cuss in your captions, stuff like that. If you're gonna do it, be smart with it. Like the word shit, for the I, use an exclamation point. Another superstition is I don't think hashtags mean shit. Yes, the algorithm has something to do with the video, but if people genuinely like your video, it will do well. Please make sure you're in the beginning of the video. Like, don't start the video with like just your room, or just make sure your face is in it, because I notice when I don't start the video with my face in it, it doesn't do as well. People want to know it's your content. I don't do a lot of trends. How I feel about trends is people follow a lot of creators, a lot of content creators. Why would they want to see the same trend from 7 different people? Definitely be yourself. You don't want to get snaked out for faking something. Don't try to be like someone you're not. People like authentic, true content, true expression. I don't know if I already answered this, but why did I start social media? I grew up playing video games. I loved editing videos on DaVinci Resolve because it was free and it was more advanced. I used to post Fortnite montages. I used to try to live stream. I've always just liked taking the moment I'm living and recording it and just having it. I've always made content for myself and no one else. You guys just support me and like to see what I'm doing as well, which I'm very grateful and appreciative of. Like I said earlier, I started taking the content seriously because I got to college and it was either I worked a job and went to school and paid for it like that, or the content worked out, and I'm very blessed that it did. I honestly just love doing this. It is an absolute blessing. My camera's overheated. That means I've been yapping too long. You get the point. I just love to do this, and I love making friends with y'all online. So don't overthink. Don't second guess yourself. Just do it. Like Shia LaBeouf says, just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. But if you have any more questions, I'll be looking at the comments. I'll respond to some of them. I'll see you guys next week on this YouTube channel. If you know what this is that streaming phone. I'm getting my streaming setup together. If you guys are on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. I'll be on there chopping it up. I'll probably just be fried playing the game or IRL streaming outside somewhere, which should be a fun time. I'm excited to talk to you guys live. But other than that, hug your mama, put on a hard fit, drink some water, eat some good food, put kindness out in the world because it's reciprocated back to you. And even if it isn't, still do it. Peace and prosperity.